So this year for Halloween, I decided to be Lara Croft. I used to play this video game when I was younger, so I was really excited to do this costume. But basically how I made it was using really random stuff that I already kind of had, give or take a couple of things. So I'm going to show you how to recreate this look. So these are luggage straps that I got at the Japanese dollar store Oomomo. They're really short, so I attached two of them together and then put them around my thigh. This is a steampunk gun that I got at Value Village, and my dad was nice enough to spray paint it black for me, as you can see in this picture. So I braided my hair in one French braid. It's pretty straightforward, but I'll show you how I did that. I left a piece out in the front. I was basically just channeling like that poster of Angelina Jolie as Lara Croft, like in Tomb Raider, the movie, and just trying to recreate her look. So yeah, just secure it with an elastic band, and that's pretty much it for hair. I do think that what makes this costume is the makeup though. So for the makeup I put cocoa powder, yes, like the stuff you use to make like hot chocolate, on my face for the dirt, and then I used food coloring to do the scarring. But I also used Glossier's new product, Futuredew, which is basically an oil serum hybrid, which I just bought. And I was like, you know what? This is perfect for this costume because Lara Croft would be sweaty. And this has a kind of shine that stays. So my skin was like glowing and it looked like I was like slightly sweaty. I don't know. It was a good look. I put it on my chin and my cheeks and just dabbed it all over my face really, but I kind of used more than you would normally use just because I did want to look like super sweaty. So for the dirt, I used the cocoa powder, and as you can see, I was just licking my fingers after I dabbed it on my face to rub it in and give it kind of a streaked look. And yes, it obviously tasted good. So yeah, I just put a lot on, to be honest, and then I also put it on my arms and my legs as well, and it did kind of fade overnight, but it did last like a while, and my friend's dog kept trying to lick it off me because I went to a house party. Um, but yeah, it was really effective on like making you look dirty without having to like go and buy like special makeup for it, which was nice. And so the last step was adding the food coloring, which I just used stuff that I would normally bake with, which is the Wilton like gel food coloring. I would use the gel over the liquid because I think you'd get a better like effect with it. Whereas if you just use like the liquid red food coloring, I think it will just stain your skin, which this stuff stained my skin anyway, but because it's thick, it looked very bloody like on my face. And so I just used a cotton bud to apply it. And like, yeah, red looks realistic, but it looks even more realistic when you add purple food coloring on top of the scar. So I put one on my lip, my forehead, my eyebrow, and started with the red and then added in the purple. And I also put this stuff on my arm, and I put it on my knees to make it look like I'd scraped my knees. But just be careful because it will stain wherever you put it. It will come off obviously eventually, but it's gonna stain for like a couple days until you like can scrub it off in the shower. And also just be careful of it rubbing onto furniture, other people's clothes and whatnot. So don't put it in spots like where you know it's going to rub off. Like I put it on my arm and then I was like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that because it's going to come off on my jacket. But I think it was fine. I don't know. I actually haven't checked. But yeah, something to keep in mind. And yeah, just to finish up, I basically wore black shorts that I already owned. I bought a green tank top from Value Village, but you could totally use like a black tank top or like a sports bra or something, depending on how much skin you want to show. And then the other like brace thing around my leg, it's really weird, but it's my dog's seat belt harness, and I just strapped it around my leg. Which, if you don't know what that is, Google it, but it's really weird. Anyway, that's what I used as a prop on my other leg. And then I wore my Doc Martens. And the shoulder thing is my posture corrector belt, which is also a really strange prop to use. But that just so happened to work perfectly for this costume because it just looks like a gun holster. Anyways, make sure you get a picture like this where your friends lie on the ground. Shout out to them. Yeah, and this is my costume, minus the shoes, because I'm a respectful friend and don't wear shoes in the house. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Halloween costume tutorial. Stay safe out there, whatever your Halloween plans are. Bye for now.